Hi guys, welcome to another video. So today we're going to go through 5 reasons why I think February is better than January for getting in shape. We're also going to go through a couple of tips for beginners starting out their fitness journey, and I'm going to make some soufflé protein pancakes with my older brother Lee, who is an executive head chef. Okay, so reason number 1, the pressure is now off. New Year, New Me has finished by this stage, and you can start now because you want to, not because you feel you have to. So reason number 2, you've had a whole month now to recover from the massive binge that was Christmas. So reason number 3, all those Christmas treats and sweets should well and truly be gone out of the house at this stage, so it's a great time to start. Remember, if you don't want to eat those kind of things, don't have them in the house, don't buy them. Reason number 4, we are now moving out of winter and into spring. The days are getting longer, the days are getting brighter, and that puts you in a better mood. Not only that, but it makes it easier to get up in the mornings before work or to get something in after work because of that nice longer stretch in the days. Okay, and reason number 5. So in general, I would say that gyms are quieter, it's easier to get your space, it's easier to get on the equipment that you want to use. But now, because all gyms are closed because of lockdown, I would say that it's just easier to get that equipment online that you've been looking for January that's been all out of stock. Next up, let's look at a couple of tips on how to get started. As a beginner, the first session is going to be real hard, and the next day is going to be even harder. With my beginners, I try not to go over 30 minutes, and I just keep it real basic to start with. Start slow and build progressively. Don't take any massive jumps. You don't need to go from working out 0 days a week to working out 7 days a week. Start with 1 or 2 and build from there. So my next tip is don't forget your rest days. If you started on day 1 and are sore on day 2, you should be resting. Wait till day 3 or day 4 before you do your next session. So next up is the idea of technique. Either do your research or find someone who can show it to you. Get a fitness professional, get a trainer. When you're doing your sets, you don't need to take them all to failure. As a beginner, quality over quantity every time. Always remember to warm up properly. You're not going to make any progress sitting on the couch with an injury. So next up is the idea of balance. So a lot of people are just going to start out and decide on something like 30 push-ups a day every day and think that that will be good to get them in shape. However, that doesn't take into account the other muscles in the body. So we need to look at pushing movements, we need to look at pulling movements, we need to look at the legs, and we need to look at our weak links. Balance is very important if we want to stay away from injuries. So next up is the idea of working on your weak points or common weak points. A good example of this would be the rotator cuff and external rotation in particular. This is something I encounter with a lot of my clients and can be one of the main causes of injury for newcomers to the gym. So that's one of the first things I will do with my beginners when they come to the gym is take note of any weak points and start to work on those now so that they're not sidelined after a couple of weeks with an injury. So remember, you're only as strong as your weakest link. So although prehab exercises are not always the most fun and exciting ones to do in the gym, they are definitely worth the time and effort. So the next one could probably be considered part of this category, but I think it's so important that I'm going to give it its own special mention, and that is stretching. Do not neglect your stretches. For me, finding flexibility absolutely changed the way I look at fitness. It helped me to find a new level of strength and completely changed the way my body feels day to day. So last but not least is cardio. Do not forget your heart. It's the most important muscle in your body. Without it, you'd be dead. As a beginner, I would recommend low impact cardio like cycling or walking, my 2 absolute favorites. Now that we've worked up a sweat, it's time to hit the kitchen for the best protein pancakes you've ever tasted. So first up, we're going to weigh out all our dry ingredients. That's our flour, our protein powder, and our pinch of baking soda. Next up, we're going to dice up our apple and mango for our topping and add this into a heated pan to simmer with a small bit of water. After that, we need to place all our egg whites into a nice big pot and whisk it with an electric whisk. So this is going to take a couple of minutes, and what we're looking for here to finish is a certain consistency. Once the egg whites begin to form firm peaks that don't immediately disappear, they're ready to go. A quick test with the spatula here will tell us if our egg whites are done. So if you can hold the spatula upside down without the egg whites falling off, that'll tell you they're finished and ready to go. Next up, preheat your pan to a medium heat. So while that's heating, we're going to add a little bit of our egg whites into our dry ingredients and fold that in until there's no lumps. At this point, we're going to add in our vanilla. Try to be gentle when you're mixing this so we don't lose the airy fluffiness of the pancakes. So once that's finished, we're going to gently fold this mix back into our egg whites. So our batter is now ready. Let's spray a small bit of spray oil into the pan and get ready to make our pancakes. Now these pancakes need to be cooked slow and low, so bring the heat down to a simmer. So for each pancake, we're going to spoon 2 nice big dollops of the mixture into the pan. So once our pancake is starting to become firm up along the sides and we see a nice golden brown seal on the bottom, it's ready to be flipped. If you have 2 pans, I would highly recommend getting 2 going at once here, because the longer you leave that batter to sit in the bowl, the more the air is going to escape from it and you're going to lose that fluffiness in your pancakes. So we'll know if our pancake is ready by giving a gentle press on the top of the pancake. If it feels firm in the center, it's good to go. So I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon into my fruit mixture and a tiny bit more water. Simmer that until it thickens and take it off the heat. So next up, we're adding a little bit of water into our powdered peanut butter to top our pancakes. And remember, you can always add more water, but you can't take it back out, so add it gradually. So I'm keeping things nice and simple here with my peanut butter and my cinnamon apple mango, but feel free to get creative with them. So these are genuinely the nicest pancakes I have ever made, and I cannot wait to get the feedback from you guys on them. So if you enjoyed this video, please click that like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, come and join the team.
What am I doing here?
Taste test.
Huh?
Taste test.
No talking, just like...
Yeah, no, you can talk. Like, we're gonna be get a nice slice into the thick part. Get plenty of the topping on there. Nice.
Absolutely gorgeous, yeah. Delicious.
Let's get a shot of those from the side.
Really good.
I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. As usual, the recipe is in the description, as is the calorie breakdown. I'll see you guys on the next one.